Welcome back. This, that, and the other. We have been gone for a short minute. Actually, a long minute.
This has been a month.
It's been a little while. Things just hadn't worked out. A lot of stuff has gone on since we've been gone. A lot of life is going on. A lot of news is going on. All that kind of stuff. But we are back, and we are excited to be back.
Really?
Yes. Can't you hear it in my voice? I'm excited to be back. I haven't recorded in a long time. You haven't recorded in a long time.
I've been busy.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back behind the mic. You know, it's actually been kind of nice because I hadn't had to, edit anything in the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, it's been real nice.
I don't like you in that chair on that side, by the way.
I like the chair. We've got these leather recliners.
Well, then you need to swap because you're supposed to be on this side of me.
Yeah, see, I'm not sitting on the couch like I normally do when we record. I am swapped. I'm now to Amanda's right, and we're sitting in matching recliner chairs that we got just for the podcast, and then now we're not videoing. So how about that? Which is fine.
I might take one to the living room.
No, they're standing here. They're standing here.
Doubt it.
Hey, have you ever got a text from somebody that you didn't recognize the text?
All the time.
But this person acted like they knew who you were?
All the time.
Really?
Yes.
So I don't get that.
Here lately it's getting worse, and it's stupid scam stuff, and it's stupid, we have a job for you.
Right, but with the scam thing, with that, they're not acting like they
yes,
know.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
Yes. They'll say, hey.
Well, I can do that then. I can punch a random number into my phone and say, hey, and I don't know anything about you, and you don't expect me to know. So you answer it?
I did one time. And they said, I have a job opportunity. I said, stop.
Or you even text then?
Huh?
You text?
Yeah.
Why would you even reply?
Because half the time with my job, you don't know if they have my number, and I don't have their number in my phone. Mm. So sometimes I feel like I need to, because my number is out there for people to have, but I don't have everybody's in my phone. You know what I mean? So
I'm going to possibly answer a text that I don't know before I'm going to answer a phone call that I'm getting. Because if it's a random, I'm not answering. Does anybody answer that? I don't think anybody.
I don't think they do.
Very few people, I would think, would just...
I'm so sick of these numbers calling me. So like when my dad was alive, I never believed that he got so many calls. He always said he did. Spam calls.
He wasn't lying.
We'll
put it that way. He was not lying.
I think they have my number now, because I tell you what, I got one the other day, and I have been pre-approved for a $96,000 loan.
How about that?
All of these loans, and they want me to call them back and let's get it going. And I'm like, stop.
And so
I ain't even applied for anything. How do you have all my information? And now that I really think about it, this didn't start till I had to start doing stuff with my dad's stuff. And now companies have my number because of stuff that he had. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Now that I really think
they're
about
like,
it.
Hey, we're not going to fool with his number anymore. We're going to start calling her number.
Right. So
but you're right.
I'm just like, oh.
So we probably may have told the story before, but trying to get a hold of Amanda's dad when he was alive was almost impossible. It was hit or miss, to the point to where sometimes we would just have to, hey, we're going to ride down to his house just to make sure everything's all right. And everything's fine. He just doesn't, he knew his phone was ringing. He wouldn't even look at it and wouldn't even attempt to answer it because he'd always say it's spam. Or did he say spam or just wrong numbers? Or he might have said spam.
I think he said spam. Yeah. I think he said spam.
Right. So I know we always got aggravated, but now, since he's passed and since we have the phone and I look at it because we keep it charged, it just kind of sits on the table. I will go by there.
We use it for an extra phone for things that we do.
But I haven't used it any this week, but I will go by. I'll charge it when it's getting down, but I will go by and I just tap the screen just to see how many missed calls there are. And it'll be 13 or 15, in one day. And I'm like, well, he was right.
He was right.
Yeah.
It's aggravating.
No messages, no nothing. But there will be some text messages, about pre-approved. Or now it's the AT&T sending you a thing about, hey, the new iPhone's coming out and with a trade-in, we'll give you $350. And I've got that I don't know how many times, and now on his phone I've seen it 3 times. So, but you know, I've gotten a text from somebody before that I didn't know, and they're acting like, "What do you need?" or something like that. What does that mean? And then they text again. I'd be like, "Look, I don't know who this is or whatever." And then they'd be like, "You text me?" I'm like, "No, I didn't." And they said, "I got a text from your number." And I'm like, "Well, I did not text you." And there is, you know, there is cases where people get a text or a phone call from your number, which is crazy. This is leading me into
A show we watched.
a show we watched on Netflix.
I'm sure everybody has seen it by now.
I don't know if they have or not, but we're going to ruin it for you if you hadn't.
Well, if you hadn't seen it, then you need to go watch it.
What's it called?
Unknown Number.
Unknown Number. Do you want to give like a little brief introduction on what it's about? And then we'll kind of go into, we won't get into
A teenage girl keeps getting text. I don't think it's calls at all. I think it was completely text, wasn't it?
Yeah.
From an unknown number about her relationship with her boyfriend, and it just got real violent, real ugly, and real, I don't even know what the word for it is.
Yeah, the definitely the text that she was getting basically was making it sound like this person was a female. That's what, because she would keep saying like, you know, I'm going to take your boyfriend, or he likes me more than you. Mm-hmm. Some of the simple things like that to start off with. Then it started getting a little bit more vulgar until it really got downright sick what this person was sending her, and then even told her that you know, she should
kill herself.
Yeah. Things
Can I
like
say
that.
On podcast?
Well, I was trying to think of it the other way.
Unalive yourself.
That's what I was trying to think of. Unalive, yeah. Just crazy things. And so this went on for, I think it was a total of
2 years?
18 months. Might have been 2 years, but I do remember at the point 18 months. But they had tried to pinpoint friend groups at school, like a conversation that only a few people knew about. And then all of a sudden she would get a text that nobody else should know it except those few people, but those few people, you check their phone or anything like it was very confusing. It's like, who's doing this? They got the school involved, they got the police involved. Nothing was happening. Nothing was being done. So then the boyfriend's getting texts also at this time. It causes them...
So his mom and her mom were involved in trying to figure out who it was.
Yes.
They were real close.
So the parents of both of them kind of, you know, had gotten together, and they were, just trying to figure this out, and they just didn't know. And they were very frustrated to the point of, I know the boy's mom she had a very hard time because, you know, and they were frustrated with the police because it seemed like the police weren't doing anything or not enough. But they needed the right guy on the case, what it ended up being. So they had somebody that kind of specialized in it later on, you know, probably over a year into
later.
it, yeah. Because he started getting things, you know, going. But is there anything else before I
don't think so.
So what? All of this went on. You had the girlfriend and boyfriend. They broke up.
Oh yeah,
because it became such a burden that they broke up. And then the boyfriend is starting to still get texts when he starts to seeing another girl, like in another county. And I mean, it was just crazy that what was going on. Long story short, why don't you tell us who it was? Who they found out it was.
We're going to spoil it?
We're going to spoil it, yeah. So I'm giving everybody 5 seconds to turn this off if you don't want to be spoiled by it.
You should really watch it, even after we tell you.
It's good.
You should watch it.
It was a shocker.
It was her mother.
So the whole time,
it was really vulgar text, like, you don't want your kids hearing this stuff.
It was very sexual at times, very degrading at times. She talked about how bad her daughter's body was, you know, things like that, and then also to unalive herself. So the mom was telling her that. It just crazy. Look, until you hear these texts, what they say, you have no idea, and it's just terrible. But what ends up when they figure out what's going on is, so the mom was in some kind of tech. She's a, tech savvy kind of type
Yeah.
thing with her job. But during this time, she loses her job. She never gets another job, but
And the husband don't even know it. The husband don't know she didn't have her job.
yeah, she's like leaving, like she's going to work.
Yeah.
And all this, and then she's not paying bills. He doesn't know she's not paying bills. They end up going bankrupt. They end up getting a divorce after all this.
But she still tried to not. She still tried to make it okay.
Oh, she does not realize.
Yeah, that it was. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it is really unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I was showing Amanda a little while ago that there was a TikTok where the people that were watching the series, and they were videoing the person that's watching it, and when they were, coming out with who the person was that did the text, and when they said the mom, it was the reactions of these people, and it was just so funny because these people were so mad when they found out, because you can't believe it.
Yeah.
You're like, who's
You're
this?
just like, what?
Yeah. Because I thought, well, the thing about it was it ruined some of the girlfriends also.
Oh, yeah.
Because they started blaming, well, it's got to be, say, I'm going to just make up a name, Caitlin, because Caitlin is close with the girl. Caitlin knows a lot of the stuff that's going on. Well, she's the only one that knew this. Well, it's got to be her. Mm-hmm. Well, they'd check her phone and all this kind of stuff, and it wouldn't be. But the mom, she had some kind of program, something installed or something that she could do to where every time that she texts, it's showing up.
Different number.
It showed up coming from another number, so they never could pinpoint. They never could get any kind of IP address when it was an email or anything like that. So it was very crazy and very unsettling. But she was just living a lie, and I don't know what kind of excitement she was getting out of it. But to also do this to the boyfriend, I mean, it's just sick.
Right. It was horrible. I never imagined.
I didn't know where it was going. How many parts was it? It was a series, right? Or was it just a...
I think. But it wasn't many. It wasn't many parts.
No. Didn't we watch it all? No, we didn't watch it all in one night. We watched it...
No, it took us more than one night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't seen it, Unknown Number on Netflix. It was pretty good. I hadn't checked out Netflix here lately.
That's because all you watch is darn Jeff.
Hey, let me tell you, I don't know what happened. I know what it was. I know exactly what it was. It was on TikTok. This came across on my feed where this towing company in Gatlinburg that tows vehicles, these hotels and parking lot, they call this towing...
Illegal.
Yeah, they call the towing company, which is, they're called, what is it? Everything Auto. That's the name of the towing company.
I can never remember.
And it's just like a husband and wife and their son, and they get the call. They go to these places where it's an illegal parked vehicle, or it's up in the national park in Gatlinburg, and in the forest, and they go up there and get these cars or move them, and then they get phone calls from these people trying to figure out, they want their car back, and they dog cuss them and, call them I mean, it is very good. It's very entertaining.
Some of these people, I don't even know how they're driving. They got no sense on where they're parking.
Oh, is it like the one of them?
In the middle of the road?
So if you've ever been to Gatlinburg, and when you go to some of these little nature trail walks and stuff, when you're up there and you get to a popular place and all of a sudden you see cars parked everywhere on the side of the road and all this, well, some of these people, instead of just going to the next place or whatever, they just decide, hey, I'm going to figure out how I can park, and they just park. And they had a situation where
emergency.
A car had parked to where she'd parked in the road and blocked the road, a side road. There was a medical emergency down that road, and the police, the paramedics could not get down that road. They had actually busted the window out in this car to try and put the car in neutral to where they could roll it out of the way, and they still couldn't, get it in neutral. So they called Everything Auto and gave them a police escort up there to get that car out of the way. I mean, it's just crazy. And then she claims that she was not parked in the middle of the road. Just very hateful. All these people are hateful, and just cuss Jeff and the lady. It is crazy, but it is very entertaining, I think. But I've gotten
It
you
gets
into
old.
it. But you've gotten into it.
Oh, when I go shopping now, I'm looking. I'm like,
Yeah, when you say a car that's like over the
I'll
line or
send you a
whatever, like
picture.
I'm calling Jeff. Yep, having them come get him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know it was such a problem, but at these it's not. It's the apartment complexes that are up in Gatlinburg.
Where you only got so many parking spots and you've got to have the tag in your car with your number on there.
Yeah, it's got to be either. Some of them have it where it's like a sticker and it's stuck on the inside of your front window. Some of them have it where you've got it hanging on your rearview mirror, whatever. But it's got to be noticeable. I mean, it's got to be visible. And if it's not, these hotels and these little apartment complexes call them to come down there and tell them, hey, move this one, move that one, move that, and they don't have the parking decal, whatever. So he moves them, and oh my goodness, it's just crazy. And I don't know how much it costs every time. When the only thing about the show that I don't like, yes, is when the people ask them how much it's going to be for them to get their car back. Yeah, that's it. They blank out the dollar amount, so we have no idea.
I don't understand that. Why do they have to blank it out?
Well, they don't have to, but they're doing it just, I guess, so everybody doesn't know how much they're making off of it. I don't know. I'm not saying they're trying to cheat anybody.
And they only take cash on illegal parks.
On illegal parking, they said they only take cash. They said they don't take credit card or debit card or anything. Or I guess it's just credit card. Because on a credit card, they said they can dispute it with a credit card company, and then the tow company will not get their money. So it's strictly cash. So all these people, none of them have cash. So they always have to find an ATM. They always have to find an Uber or a taxi or a trolley or whatever to get there, because none of them have a vehicle to get their car, especially if they're up in the park. I mean, it's crazy. When you start watching this right here, it puts that is a situation I don't ever want to be in, is to find out, hey, my vehicle got towed. And I don't know how many times I may have illegal parked when we've been in Gatlinburg when I start thinking about it, because you do, when you're trying to get somewhere or be at a restaurant or whatever and there's no parking, you're just trying to park wherever you can and not worried about it. I'm not really looking for tow-away zone signs or anything like that.
Yeah, but some people park right in front of signs that say, do not park here.
Yeah, if it said like whatever the establishment is, it says, parking only, then yeah, if I'm not at that establishment, I'm not going into it, then I know, hey, I better not. But when it comes to like, there's nothing and I'm parking like crooked or squeezing in just on the corner or something, I'm sure I've done that.
Speaking of Ubers, took my second Uber ride this weekend.
So, you want to talk about your trip real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Can you think you can do it in 10 minutes?
Totally.
I don't want to like cut anything short.
Yeah,
but totally. As long as we don't like run an hour, just because our time's short this evening. So
totally.
So you went on another trip with your nail business.
Yep.
You went to
Scottsdale,
Arizona.
Almost missed my flight.
Almost missed her flight.
My connecting flight, because we had to.
And before you get to that, let's talk about getting up at 2:05 on a Friday morning.
Oh, yeah. I think I got up before you did.
Yeah, you got at 2:05. I got up at 2:10.
2:10,
2:10.
okay.
So you got up 5 minutes before I did, so congratulations.
I didn't go to bed till midnight either. But I was packed.
So we could have you
I was packed.
I know, listen, we were just trying to get you to Huntsville Airport by 4:30 that morning so you could be on your 6:15-ish flight.
Yeah, 6:55.
Right. Oh, well, whatever.
I was packed. I didn't have anything to do. I couldn't figure out what nails to wear. So at midnight, I'm still in there, 11:30, I was still in there trying to figure out which nails I wanted to wear.
Well, sleep is a lot more important to me than trying to figure out nails. I just figured out like just grab a pack or whatever and go.
No. You had to go. I had to find
it.
something that went with all our outfits.
All right, so you made it. We made it to Huntsville, and you flew out, and you flew to Texas. Is that right? Is that where your connecting flight was?
Dallas.
All right, so you said you almost missed your flight.
Almost missed my flight from Dallas to Phoenix because the Dallas airport was congested. So we had to sit
on a Friday.
We had to sit at Huntsville after we got in the plane for 30 minutes. And I only had an hour in between my connecting flights. That's usually enough time. But when I got there, I had 10 minutes to get to my flight, and it was in a different terminal from where I landed. So I had to ride the Skyline to the next turn.
So what is the Skyline? Is that like a golf cart?
Or is that like a train.
Like a shuttle?
Train.
Okay.
Shuttle. Yeah, that's probably a better word. You know, where you got to get in and hold on because it throws you because it's going so
like
fast.
A subway type thing?
Yeah, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I almost missed that sucker.
So you made it?
That's what, like now, I feel like I can maneuver through the airports, whatever. I kind of know a little bit about them now.
Yeah, because you're an old pro.
But now the thing that bothers me is the connecting flights. And what am I going to do if I miss a flight?
Did you bring your passport back, by the way?
Yes, it's in my backpack. We need to get that out.
Yes, you do.
You know, I only had to show that one time. They never asked me coming back. They looked at my license and that was all.
Yeah, because you don't need that stupid star ID like they said.
That first time I did,
mm-hmm.
She said, do you have your passport? And I'm like, yep, here it is. Well, when I was coming back through, which I thought it would be harder to get through because we were in Phoenix. And so we were told that Phoenix is a lot harder to get through because of the border and stuff and people trying to cross the border. And they didn't even ask for it. But I felt like we were down in the dungeon. I felt like their airport, you were in the dungeon down there or something because it was like they were doing some work on it and stuff. And like, you were in the basement. I mean, it was basically the basement getting back through customs and all that. So anyway, so we got there and this it's called Girls Weekend. This is conference. And so it was a day shorter than what it was last year. And so it was a little bit more hectic. We didn't have as much time to do stuff, but we was at a nicer resort. But you didn't really have time to enjoy it.
I was impressed by the pictures.
Oh, it was wonderful. But you didn't have time to enjoy it. So I'm like,
see, that's what
I'd rather stay longer.
Yeah, don't put me on a trip somewhere to where I've got to be here at this time, here. I want to enjoy myself, and that to me is not.
Well, this is work. I mean, this is work. It's conference, and you're learning all this stuff, but I think you could throw it. Some girls did go down early, and if we had known, we would have planned to go down at least a day early, but that means costing more. So I don't know about that either. So,
I think would you rather go down a day early and enjoy yourself, or stay a day longer and enjoy yourself at the end? Would you rather do a day?
Some girls did stay a day longer too, but now some of them also rented Airbnbs, which I think was a little bit better. But the only thing about that was, so we had conference on Saturday. We had 2 sessions, 9 to 12, and then 1 to 4. So at 4, we had to go get ready. We had to go get fancied up for dinner and awards at 6. And we actually had to be down there at 5 so we could be the first in line so we could get the front table. So it's kind of like Black Friday. You know how I get used to get with Black Friday? So you are fighting
to try and get the closest as possible.
Yeah. Yep. And I think in the first session, I think I ran over somebody and they fell, but I kept going. I heard something, but I just kept going.
I never heard you say you didn't. You left that part out.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they're all
People
right.
put me in the front because I'm short and I can get under and in pretty good.
Yeah, because you run people over.
Well, yeah.
Well, I hope they're all right.
Small things come in, big things come in small packages. So maybe they're okay. I didn't hear anybody saying they were hurt, so I guess they're okay. So yeah, we had like 3 outfit changes in one day.
That's just crazy.
We done TikTok videos.
So who y'all post each one? I mean, on your own separate?
Oh, yeah,
Are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, the girls that I roomed with, we did do one. We did more than one, but I think they didn't like turn out, you know. Mm-hmm. But the one of the girls posted it yesterday, and I didn't show it to you, did I? Mm-mm.
Do any of them have an account that's got like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of followers?
Besides Kristen, no. She's the queen. So, we had 3 outfit changes Saturday. And we at awards night, I actually got an award and was so totally surprised. Never thought it. It never even crossed my mind to even like keep up with my sales and stuff. But I sold over $20,000 in press-on nails.
That's crazy.
In a year.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy.
That's a lot of fingernails.
A lot of plastic. That's a lot of plastic.
So how many individual packs would that be? Good question.
Good question.
Okay. I didn't mean to ask you math on the spot like that.
Yeah, you know I'm not a math girl. Where do I go for math?
The calculator. That's where you go.
No, I don't. I go to you.
No.
For my math problems.
Well, that's good. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So then I flew back
But
Sunday.
you can always do better. You know, I like those pep talks to where, you know, it's just never enough. It's like, you did good, but...
But it's not like that. It's really not like that. And to see my director, her face too, because like she didn't keep up with it either because we really wouldn't. I don't know. It's just something I hadn't got into keeping up with, but I guess I will now because if I was that close, I got to beat it this next year. So, but to see her face, and it's just like my whole table just jumped and cheered when my name was up there, and you just walk up there and get your little award, and it's on a piece of aspen wood. So they cut it out of aspen wood, and they hand paint these circles. So
that's cool.
Then I flew home
Sunday you flew home.
Oh.
So then I had to be at the Huntsville airport at 11:30 at night on a Sunday night, knowing that
But Phoenix, I didn't talk about Phoenix was, I never could get the time right because Phoenix was 2 hours behind what we're used to.
I know you start thinking like, well, it says I'm landing at this time. You think, which time am I talking about?
I totally got my times. I was afraid I was going to be 2 hours earlier than what I was telling you to pick me up at.
You know, I was waiting on that call or that text saying, oh my goodness, I was totally wrong. You need to leave now. You know, something like that.
I mean, it's not like I couldn't
Which
sit
I
there
was
and
hoping.
wait,
Well, I know, but I was so hoping you were going to be wrong and say, yeah, I really need you there at 7 o'clock. I'd be, yes, I will be there.
Right.
Because I was like, 11:30, no.
But we both got up and went to work.
Yeah, well, let's see. We got back at 1:30.
1:30.
Yeah, well, it was right before 1:30 we got back, so it was just.
And I still hadn't unpacked.
It was a little after 1:30 when we got into bed, but that's what I'm saying.
Totally unpacked. It's getting unpacked this weekend. I can't stand it.
Going to bed at 1:30 and getting up at 3:15.
It's rough.
Wow, that's all I gotta say. And it really wasn't that bad. I mean, once I got up, but even getting up wasn't that bad. It didn't hit me till about 4 or 5 o'clock the next evening, and then when it hit. But other than that, I mean, for some odd reason, I was fine all day. But it's all good. I dread when you know you're not going to get much sleep. It's one thing to go to bed or unexpectedly don't get enough sleep. but when you've kind of planned and know that you're not going to get that, your mindset's just like, oh my goodness, hurts.
I need my sleep.
I enjoy sleep.
But at least this time I didn't. It wasn't a flight by a stinky.
You didn't have a stinky guy.
Yeah.
Did anybody take their shoes and socks off or anything?
No.
You know, nothing like that.
No.
Nobody's farting. You know, and
Not this time. Not this time. No, it was all good. So next year, I don't have to go anywhere. Because it's in Birmingham, Alabama.
What's the chances of that?
I don't know. Like, what hotel and conference center holds 700 people in Birmingham?
Oh, there's plenty. It'll be at the Civic Center has small concert halls that
Well, you got to have a hotel because they like to stay
There's a hotel
right there.
attached to the Civic right across
Is
the road.
there?
Yeah, there's a walkway that goes. Yeah, there. You're not giving Birmingham.
I know,
Not
that's
that you
it.
need to give Birmingham anything, but I'm saying you're not giving them enough because there is stuff there. You know, there is things happen in Birmingham. There's big
Yeah,
deals that happen, and you know.
Yeah.
So just like the civics, all these between concerts, and then you have like the car shows and all that stuff. These people stay at hotels, and
I bet you're talking
they're
about
right there.
700 people just at one time, just for one conference.
Birmingham's made for that. It can handle it. It's a big city. It's not as big as all these other cities,
Apparently,
but it's
because
big
they're
enough.
coming.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Get ready. You're going to have to drive me to
I mean,
Birmingham.
they're not coming to our town. I mean, then you'd have a problem. Be like, I don't know. And then you couldn't get a hotel because they'd be like, nope, you live within 35
I'm just
miles.
going to tell all my girlfriends they can just come to the house and chill.
No. Negative.
Yes.
No,
I'm going to kick you
absolutely
out.
not.
You're going to go to the hotel.
Well, that's fine. I can do that.
You like hotels.
I do.
Nope. You'll just have to take me to Birmingham next year.
No.
Yep.
I'm not involved. I'm not going.
Yep. You'll have to take me because I ain't paying to leave my car there all weekend.
I guess you will.
Nope.
Well, you'll
I'll
just
call
park
Uber.
and then you'll come home and then you'll go back the next day.
That's a negative.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're going to do.
No, I'm not.
You're staying in a hotel.
Yes. The whole
You're
fun of
45
it.
minutes
I don't
from
care.
Birmingham. You're not staying in a hotel.
The whole fun of
stay
it
here.
is to stay.
All right, we got to cut this short. I got to go.
Staying. I'm staying.
I've got to go. This
Where
was
you going?
about to be the first fight on the episode. You better be. Look, I've got a whole year. And
To
I was
what?
going to say to convince you, but it's not going to be convince you. It's going to be, we got a whole year that we ain't got to talk about it until it gets closer. And then,
Okay. Okay. I'm staying.
yeah, here.
Nope.
It's pretty easy, pretty simple.
Nope.
You know, I had several things I wanted to talk about,
What?
you know, and maybe we'll talk about them at a later date. I want to talk about like burial at sea.
Why?
Do you ever think about that?
No.
Because it's kind of interesting.
'Cause I'm not weird.
Listen, there are rules that
I'm
you
not
can.
weird like that.
But burial at sea, you can do it. You can be buried at sea. There's rules, but it's not to where you like, hey, I have to go buy $1,000 license so I can get somebody to take me out there and bury me. It ain't nothing like that. But there's certain rules and guidelines, and there's some famous people that you don't even know that have been buried at sea.
Good for them.
I'm just saying, it's pretty.
I'm
pretty
burying
cool.
you under the tree out there.
Then I got some questions about clothing that I wanted to talk about, but we can wait.
Next time.
Well, I do want to talk about.
You wrote all that stuff down with that other episode. Other thing that you do, and I don't want to talk about that.
No, this is the board for just anything we want to talk about, so it can be used for this, that, and other.
No.
Because that stuff on there is this, that, and other. But we will. We're going to talk about possibly what I want to talk about is the jewelry. What do you think about these college and professional players that wear jewelry? These big old gaudy necklaces and watches and bracelets and all that.
I think
Do you
they shouldn't
agree?
be allowed.
Do you not?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm like, not really asking you right now, but that's what
You just asked me.
that's the topic that we're going to discuss.
Next time.
All right. Yep. I'm out of here. I got to go feed some fish.
I ain't doing it today.
I'm going to feed fish.
It's all you do.
You know, I would let everybody know that check out our live on TikTok. We feed catfish, but by the time this comes out, the fish are only going to be around for a couple more weeks and they go deep. So
This
there's
will
no
be out Monday.
so there's
Today's
really-
just Friday.
I know, but I'm just saying I might have one more week by the time. But a lot of people won't hear this like on the first day. It might be a week from then they listen, but that's what we're going to do. 6 o'clock most days. I'm going to do a TikTok live and feed some catfish. It's pretty. Amanda's mad at me because I have more people on my fishing lives than she has on her nail lives.
Yeah, something wrong with that.
We're about to have another fight.
Something's wrong with that algorithm.
So the first time I did it, I had what, 8,700.
You dreamed that number up, puppy.
That is not. You're just mad.
You dreamed that number up.
You're just
puppy.
mad because that's what I had the first time.
They don't stay.
But it counts.
Not really.
I guarantee you, if you had 8,700, you'd be telling me about it.
Doubt it.
And then I'd be saying, but it don't count.
It don't count. They ain't in there. They're just flying
You're right.
by.
I don't know. What is it? It's like...
They're doing a flyby.
So they go in and what does it... I'm sure it's got to be like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. I don't think that you enter into the live and then you click right back out real quick. I don't think that's going to count.
Your own lives, and they're just scrolling.
I didn't think it counted unless they actually went in. Mm-mm. Are you sure about that? I don't think that's right.
Because people come in all the time. You see them down there coming in.
When they've joined. And that's by they've tapped on the screen and they've joined. If I'm just scrolling by and
you
see
can go straight to lives.
Here
if somebody goes,
I know, but I'm not. But that's what I'm saying.
If somebody goes straight to lives and they just sit there and scroll lives.
Yes, I know that, Amanda. But if I'm just on my TikTok and I'm scrolling through,
they don't count.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say this whole time.
They're on lives and scrolling. They're not staying in there either. When they're scrolling.
You just haven't listened to the thing I've been saying. I've explained this at the very beginning. Oh my goodness. I got to go. I got to go.
Bye.
I've got some blood pressure medicine I got to go take real quick.
I'm about to knock you out.
That scared Winston. Hey, we appreciate you listening. We're sorry it's only been 3 or 4 weeks since we recorded. We'll try and do this 2 or 3 times a week from now on.
Excuse me?
I just want to see if you're paying attention. No, we're going to be back to once a week, maybe, if we don't have conflicts in our schedule. But we've been trying to end this thing for 10 minutes.
Well, say bye.
I got to go soak some catfish food.
Catfish eat better than we do now.
Yeah, all right. You all right. All right. Thanks for listening. Bye. We'll check you next week.
What the heck was that?